I'm at the seaside right now. It's absolutely stunning, but everyone is talking about loops. So I wanted to share my experience as someone who had created loops a few months ago. Generally, I think I understand what I'm talking about here. So yeah, this video is about loops. Right, so loops. For this video, I got interested and asked my little AI agents where loops come from. Who created the loops? Who created the first loop? And it turns out that the first loop was not even created by today's time programming. It was created by a female scientist called Ada Lovelace. So this female scientist, Ada Lovelace, had an Italian scientist friend who himself was working on a Babbage machine. This machine, he had written a paper for it, and he asked her to review his paper, which she did, and she added her own notes. Her own notes were titled from A to G, with the G1 being the most important one and the one regarded as the first ever algorithm written to be executed by a machine. The note G would explain how the machine would calculate a Bernoulli number, and this algorithm would then end up in a loop. Now, I'm going to read off the screen what exactly it did, because I'm not a mathematician, and frankly, I don't want to be LARPing as one. The reason Bernoulli numbers forced her into a loop is the math itself. They can't be read off directly. Each one is computed from a recurrence that sums up a series of terms, and crucially, the number of terms grows with which Bernoulli numbers you want. This is the loop, the first loop ever created. To get the end one, you need a sum involving all the previously computed ones. So you can't just write out a fixed list of operations, you need a block of operations that repeats with the repetition count depending on the input. Right, I think this is a perfect explanation for what loops are, especially the part where it states that the terms are shifting and the desired number to be computed cannot be computed without first going through the numbers that come before it. I think this fits perfectly the concept of what agent loops are. And I think this is so because let's imagine that I am a site reliability engineer on my night shift, right? I'm looking at a monitoring dashboard and something breaks and I go in a agent loop. What I would have to do is I would have to troubleshoot, reason through the problems that are causing the application to be down and do my best to reach the end, my end goal, the desired result of the application to be healthy. I'm fixing the application and this is the loop closed. I'm done. I can go back to scrolling TikToks on my phone while occasionally looking at the monitoring dashboard. This is still a loop because everything is okay. So I'm looking, I'm starting the loop. Well, okay, everything is fine. I'm exiting the loop, going back to my TikToks. And this is, as I said, the perfect example of what an agent loop is. I created this 2 months ago. My first agentic loop, actually it's now 5 months ago or 6, damn. Anyway, my first agent loop was to place Claude Code in Kubernetes, task it to monitor a namespace. If the namespace is healthy, it would exit, but if it was not healthy, it would have to resolve the issue through the set of actions that I would otherwise have to execute as myself. So there you go. This is the first agent loop that I have created, and this is a very good example for what agent loops are and what I think agents are most powerful for. Another such example that makes sense that I can give is imagine that you're writing some web code, you're using JavaScript, but you're very scared about the recent supply chain attacks that are happening. What you can do is you can create a cron job on your machine that would start a Claude Code or Codex every 30 minutes that would check your global NPM packages if they have any new vulnerabilities. If they do, then it starts executing actions in the background, in a tmux pen or whatever, to make your npm audit output equal 0 vulnerabilities. This is another example of an agent loop. I think agent loops are really awesome, honestly, because they allow automation of processes that were previously either unautomatable or would require too much work to be automated. And I also think that they're awesome because of another fact, which is that, in my personal view, this is an entire new job sector. An entire new role. Because you see, if you understand your system well enough, if you can think from its very foundation, you'll definitely notice processes that are repeating, that you yourself are required for them to continue working, for the system to be operational. But you would also notice that some of your actions are nothing else than asking an agent to do something and you verifying it. And so you can start creating agent loops for those things. You can start creating agent systems, placing them in Kubernetes, in virtual machine cron jobs, in Python loops or whatever. The point is that if you understand your system, you will be able to create those loops. And they're nothing else, however, than what engineering truly is, what automation is, what CI/CDs are, what DevOps is, what a lot of professionals have been doing for a very long time. Thank you for watching. I'm at the seaside, by the way. Have a good one. See ya.